So Wildcard have just released the new Community Crunch 160 for Ark. Now it's a really big community crunch today, guys, because we're going to be talking about the future of Ark into 2019 and what is happening and what's going to be released, and also about the new console patch which is coming today, which I'm really excited about because it is going to be the first installment of S Plus on the console. So a lot of hype today, guys, in the new Community Crunch, and as always, if you are excited for the future of Ark and the console update, make sure to smash a like on today's video, and if we can try again and to hit over 1,000 likes, that'll be fantastic, because you guys have been absolutely destroying that at the moment, so thank you so much, and make sure to be subscribed if you always want to keep up to date with your Ark news and other games such as Atlas, which is coming out in 2 days' time. Anyway, let's get in with this and see the future of Ark. So hey survivors, welcome to the latest edition of the Community Crunch. And as you can see, future of Ark. Wildcard tend to do this every year, you know, when it comes towards the end of the year, they talk about what's next. But really, in this one, they talk about a lot more. And I think it's because they wanted to say something to make sure that all Ark fans out there know that because Atlas is coming out, it's not Ark 2, it's not the end of the first Ark, it's just a new game coming out that they're working on as well. So let's get straight in with this. So given the Atlas announcement, I wanted to stop by and share some additional insight into where we're at and where we're heading with Ark over the next few months. The Ark team is as big as it's ever been, which is what I've been talking about to a lot of you guys, because Ark is actually growing more. Like they're getting new people in, which are just going to be so motivated to make this game amazing still. It's been made up of key members behind Ark. There's been people from the Early Access, Scorched Earth Aberration, hires from the mod communities, which is Primitive Plus, The Center and Ragnarok, and seasoned veterans with experience working along a variety of other games and stuff like that. TLC 2, Archaeology Event, Extinction Chronicles, Small Tribes, Enforcement, and of course Extinction were built with this team. One of the more exciting things to us is that we found ways to bring new, different ideas to Ark while continuing to refine and expand on the things that made it a hit. From the dynamic components of the archaeology event to the brand new mechanics created for orbital supply drops and tameable titans from Extinction. Currently, the Ark team is hard at work at resolving issues introduced with Extinction. Item bugs, creature balance, including titans and mechs, OSD balance, console graphical, I can't even speak there, quality and stability, and issues with the dev kit, which I didn't even know was a problem, but apparently there is according to this. So if you guys are using the dev kit, then that's what they're trying to work on at the moment. In addition, we've carved out key members of the team to tackle the long-standing desires, starting with the integration of Structures Plus and the rework of the Kibble Tree, which is what is coming to the console the first time. The Kibble Tree and the first installment of Structures Plus is coming today for the console. A few other members of the team are tackling Winter Wonderland and the awaited return of Raptor Claws due next week. As we wrap up this wave of work, more and more members of the Ark team will be moving on tackling quality of life issues and bugs. Now, this is fantastic. Already, since Atlas has finally been announced, they're actually doing what we've all said we've wanted Wildcard to do for such a long time. Work on different things. They've got a team working on Structures Plus and getting that to the game with the Kibble Tree as well, with the rework of it. And they've got another team working on Winter Wonderland, bringing that event as well to console. This is what everyone has wanted for so long, and the reason for this is because when Extinction was being worked on, it felt like it was Extinction and then in the background Atlas was being worked on, so we weren't really getting anything else. It was more just we're working on an Extinction, we're not getting any other events. But now Extinction is out the way and, you know, different people have moved on to Atlas and there's new members and everything in the Ark team. It's like they can really move forward now, and that's why I'm excited, especially with issues and bugs within the game. We love Ark as much as you do, and we're very excited for all of the possibilities that lay before us. Heading into the new year, we'll begin to plan what's next and determine the best steps, what the best steps are for the game and what they really feel like is perfect. Rest assured, whether it's more TLC, more DLC, new mechanics or new modes, we'll be continuing to support Ark through 2019 and beyond that. We're starting early discussions internally about what the next generation of Ark could look like, but it's way too early to talk about that from here. We'd like to thank everyone for their long-standing support, and we look forward to the adventure ahead. Keep on surviving, from Chris. Now that for me is exactly what we needed. I feel like as it's come towards the end of the year, Wildcard really have started to work on letting us know more things, which is what the community wants, because I know a lot of people get angry and frustrated that we don't hear enough, and I agree with that. And this is exactly what the community wants, so we know what is going on with the game we all play. Now, it's great to see, because obviously if you haven't seen my other TLC videos, TLC is definitely in the works, TLC 3, and that is something which I've talked about for a while, of a lot of dinos that need that TLC 3, so expect that in 2019. New DLC has already been basically announced, but what I want to make sure comes with that DLC is they have separate teams that work on that DLC, and then have other separate teams working on events and more stuff to come to the game, such as mods alongside that. Because we know for a fact, if you haven't seen, I think it was literally my last video talking about the new expansions that have been confirmed for the game. New mechanics, wouldn't have a clue what that is, but you guys know Wildcard have added in different things. New modes as well, there could be anything like, I doubt it would be Battle Royale, but you guys know what I mean. There was Primitive Plus added in before, and there still is a lot of new modes people would like to see, especially come to the console. And the great thing about this is how they're saying they continue to support this game. I'm personally very excited to try out Atlas. I think it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a great game, and it looks just crazy watching the trailer. And I know sometimes trailers look better than the actual game, but I just feel excited with this, and I'm going to be bringing episode 1 of that as soon as it is released, guys, because it's going to be fantastic. Anyway, that is the future of Ark ahead of us. What's going on into 2019 for the game. We will hear more probably into the new year, as you know, they're trying to decide what they want the next generation of Ark to look like. That's what I'm so excited for. Like, the idea of a next generation just makes the game sound like it's going to really make a move on from what it is right now. Now, as you guys know, the console patch is coming today. It says tomorrow, but for me it's today. And it says, so for you it might still be tomorrow if you're watching this video right now, but if it will be tomorrow at 10 AM PST, there'll be an Xbox and PS4 patch, and here is the long list of changed patch notes coming to the console very soon. So if you guys do want to pause the video right now to read through any of this stuff, you can. I'm going to be doing a separate video on it tomorrow in the daytime before the update is released, so you guys can know everything. But if you want to read it out for yourself, you can do and pause the video as I'm scrolling down. But I feel like the one thing everyone really wants to make sure they see is obviously, if you guys want to know more into these Titans and stuff, and I'll talk about the different updates and stuff, that will be coming tomorrow. But Structures Plus integration can pick up structures within 30 seconds of placing, and these are the different things that can't be actually picked up. These are the exclusions, as you can see, but everything else apart from this will be able to do this new Structures Plus edition. It's fantastic to finally see that Structures Plus is coming to the console, the first edition of it, because this is, you know, if you're on the PC, you've already got this, but you can just download the full mod, which I know 1.7 million Ark players on the PC have done already, and this is why I know Structures Plus will be so popular on the console, because we've been waiting for so long to be able to make some new awesome builds with it. So that's really all of the stuff there. As I said, if I will be going into more depth, but you can pause if you want to read through anything else that has been coming out from the console update, because there is a lot coming to the creatures and the map as well. And Wildcard have also stated we have a PC patch planned for later this week as well, which we'll get more updates on, and as soon as that does go live, I'll be letting you guys know that as well. Now, on the rest of the community crunch, we've got the fan art of the week, which I think this is fantastic. Look how awesome that looks. Like, to think there's so many talented, I say it in a lot of the time when I see fan art of the week, there's so many talented people, and, you know, if I ever tried to do something like this, it would just fail so badly, like, and it just looks fantastic. So big shout out to the person EnderDragon540 who did create this. And the rest of the community crunch really is when you get to the evolution event is the end of it, which is letting you guys know survivors on all platforms will be receiving the special evolution event as always from Friday the 14th of December until Monday the 17th of December. Now that's fantastic, but you guys know everything which is coming next, which I'm going to scroll back up to, which is Winter Wonderland. Now this console update isn't Winter Wonderland. Winter Wonderland will be coming in the update afterwards, so there's actually going to be 2 console updates in the space of the next week. Next 2 weeks I would say, so we're getting an update a week. Winter Wonderland, I don't feel like it'll be that massive. I could be wrong. I don't want to say anything until I find out more information, but that's what to expect with the PC and the console coming up and the future of the game, which is going to be fantastic. Now don't worry if you're a console player and you want to learn more about tomorrow's update, because as I've said about, I don't know why I'm repeating it 5 times, I've probably said this now, I will be doing a video, but yes, the future is bright for Ark, guys. Don't be worried, we now have 2 great games to play, Atlas and Ark. Now if you are on the console, of course their plan is going to be to bring Atlas to the console. Why wouldn't they? That's 100% going to happen, but you guys know it took a year for Atlas to be moved from early access on the PC onto the console, so don't worry, it's going to happen, it will happen, but it's going to take time, and obviously we'll be probably finding out release dates on that later on into 2019. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video, guys. If you did enjoy, as always, let's try and smash that 1,000 like target. It really does mean a lot to me. I remember like 5 days ago, my video 5 days ago, we asked for 1,000 likes and we had 3.5 thousand right now, or 3.5k, which is unbelievable. Be subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'm really excited to test out the first use of S Plus on the console tomorrow. See you guys in that video.